Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well today. So, per promised, in a group I belong to on Facebook, I'm doing a tutorial on this little pop-out. See that? Look at that. Look, Chinese finger trap. No, I'm kidding. Um, yeah, on this little tag. So I wrote out a list of supplies that you're going to need. I can't really put them in the camera because I don't think you'd be able to read them anyway, but I'll try. So, yeah, you can't read that. Let me just read it to you. You're going to need the lip balm box or other similar shape box. Lip balm. It sounded like I said balm, like whatever. Okay, cardstock, craft glue and hot glue, scissors, tweezers, and I have these little plastic tweezers. I don't even know where I got them from. Most likely an estate sale or something. They may be, I don't know. Let's see, foam tape, and I got mine at the Dollar Tree. Pen or pencil, distress ink, which is optional. Thin lace, also optional. Fake foliage, which preferably ones with small pieces. This I picked up at the Dollar Tree, and it's got the fern, and it's got the little flowers that I used in the tag. Excuse me. You need your images or stickers. I cut mine out of old greeting cards. I bought a bunch of those and for junk journaling, and I like the images, so I'm cutting them out. Moss is optional. Also optional, some sort of lined distress paper and a hole punch. Okay, so let's get started. Sorry if I'm a little rough. Didn't sleep much last night. So what we're going to do, the first step, and I couldn't find another Burt's Bees, so I got this little Bliss text box. You're going to take and cut the tabs off, okay? You know how all the boxes have that fold-out part with the tabs or whatever? You're going to cut those off. We don't need those. You're going to get some sort of cardstock, like so, and you're going to fold your lip balm box up. Okay, if you fold it down, that's going to be too long. You fold it up to create, you're going to cut two pieces of this. So you trace around it, and then you cut it out. And then you can go in and do your hole punch once you get them both cut out, if you want to. Okay, so you get that step going, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so the back piece is, they're both the same length, but the back piece goes on. This is going to be too long for the front, so you're going to trim that front part down to where it meets right here, okay, where that little shelf is what I call it. That little pop-up pops up. You're going to trim that down, and you're going to glue them with craft glue. I just have this craft bond from Elmer's. Just whatever you have, really. You can hot glue it for that matter. It just may be a little lumpy. You're going to cut out strips from the remainder of your cardstock. You need 3, and I didn't realize it before, but these little sides are different sizes. So I numbered mine so I'd know what went where. So there, once you get those cut out, you're going to glue them. Okay? Top, front, and bottom. And the end result is going to look something like this. So now you have it all together. Okay, you got it while that's drying, or you got that set aside to dry. You can begin construction on your little pieces that are going to form your pop-outs. And what I did there was I used a contrasting color of just because I like lots of, I don't know, I like gaudiness maybe. So you're going to take, and the plant that I showed you earlier, I just literally cut off pieces, okay? I'm going to cut the top off of here, and I'm going to glue it down like so. From there, you're going to continue to build with more pieces. I pulled leaves off. Now this is frosted, so I would highly recommend on the back scraping some of that off so that the hot glue will stick to it. This one I don't know, that ridge there usually is already, but go ahead and do that too. So you glue those down, you figure out your placement. You glue it down, you figure out your placement of where you want everything. And I cut this little butterfly out of a greeting card, and I put him in last. But you can get an idea of where we're going with it, okay? And if you have other types of little pieces of foliage, like I have this right here, this little fern, well, you can add that in. Just make the layout however you want it, just artistically, you know. Okay, so once you've got all your pieces glued down, you're going to have some excess cardstock. So you're going to kind of cut out the empty space. This is the front, like I showed you earlier. This is the back, okay? It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to go around every little image. You just want some of that out so that this stands out a little better. All right, and then this piece was cut out of a greeting card, and I used foam tape. I cut out several pieces. It had all the cute little flowers on it. I cut out 3 pieces, and I used foam tape to kind of make them pop out from each other. Okay, so now we're going to do the fun part, which is to show you how the pop-up works. Okay, the pieces that you had left over from where you cut out for this, you're going to cut a thin strip. It doesn't really matter how wide, you just don't want it to be wider than the piece you're gluing it to. Okay, so I'm going to cut 2. And you're going to take and flip that over on the back and facing down. The reason I do these with the same color is because if it shows out of the top, I want it to match the background. And you're just going to go ahead with a little bit of hot glue and glue that strip at the bottom, okay? And you're going to glue 1 to the top. So essentially you're going to need 2 pieces for each one. Okay, let me, do I say okay a lot? I probably do. Alright, so this bottom piece, well, go ahead once they're dry and just fold them down right where they meet the glue. I think I just had something fall off. I did. A little flower fell off. That's okay. We can put it back on. Maybe it just doesn't want to be a piece of a work of art. I don't know. So you're going to do that and fold it back up. Fold this one down. This one, you're going to cut it. And once again, you just want it to be long enough to glue onto the base of this little shelf. If it's a little too long, that's okay. You can trim it down. So what you're going to do is, I hope you can see this, you're going to glue the color side down in position to wherever you want it on here. It can come over to the side, it can come over, it can come up, it can come back. It just depends on where you want it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll turn it back around and show it to you. Whoop. Whoop, whoop. Sorry, I make weird noises. I'm very random. It's just something you have to deal with if you're going to be my friend. Okay. Alright, so there it is. Like so. Okay, and then get all the glue boogers off of there. Alright, so the next step, and this is also going to be trimmed down, but this is going to be quite a bit longer. And you're going to have, you got that 1 fold, but you're going to have 2 total folds. Let me go ahead and trim it down a little bit. It's going to be trimmed again, but we just have to get it to where it comes out at the same level, at the same width as the back. You don't want it to be like leaning, so you want it to be as close to the same width as you can get it, okay? This is where tweezers or something might come in handy. Let me just adjust that a little bit. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and trim this off a little more. I've got basically my fold right there, so I'm going to fold that up. And then you're going to leave a bit of length on here to attach it to the back, color side to the color side. Okay? And when I say the tweezers come in handy, because it can be kind of hard to get your fingers in there, and you don't want to make a mess. So what I like to do is take the tweezers, if I can find where I put them. I make a mess every time I craft, and just hold it at the very end, because that's the position that I want it in. You push this forward, and you see that, and put your hot glue at the back, but don't go over the bend mark, okay? So I'm going to do that real quick. But another option is just hit it with the glue and get it stuck in there as quick as you can. So we'll try that option because some of y'all may not want to use tweezers. I'm going to hit this. Don't exceed over the bend part if you can help it. I just did, but I don't know. I'm the queen of disguise and covering things up if I gotta be. Fold it down and press it in. And be careful not to burn your finger, okay? Okay, so what that does is allows you to fold it up like so, and it comes out. And there you go. And that is literally all there is to it. It is so simple, folks. So simple. You do the same with the next pop-up that you want, okay? And I think the crux of what y'all are really needing is just how to create this part. So I hope it was really clear. Our channel only allows us like 15 minutes. So I'm trying to make this as concise and quick as possible. One thing that I forgot to show you guys with the little piece of lace, I forgot to put the lace on there. I did that on the other one. It's completely not necessary. But if you are going to glue lace on here to cover the crack right here, you want to make sure, because it's going to go over the fold, you do not want any glue in this bend right here, because that's going to hinder your ability to fold it up. It's going to make that hard. So so what you do is run a little hot glue over the very end right here and apply it, and then over the top away from the fold so you can get it but still cover the lace, and then it's going to allow you to still be able to bend it. And Kara, what else do I need to show them? I don't want to make a sucky tutorial, but at the same time in the interest of time, you know, I could sit here for an hour and go ahead and just decorate this thing all out, but
show them your finished one again.
But you know, close. You guys see the finished result. The foam tape is basically, okay, so this piece that I showed you right here glues here, and that's this, okay? The little birds came off of a card. I put two things together and put foam tape over it right in there. Can you see that? To give it more dimension. And then when it came out, I had some coffee dyed paper, but for this one, and I am going to finish it out, I decided to use a different kind of lined paper. This right here.
That's cute.
Actually, I got this from Kara. Yeah, and I like the torn edges because I think it gives it more. But yeah, this will go in here, and you can decorate this little shelf however you want to. The moss. My advice when it comes to the moss is that you're going to want to use your craft glue, okay? And the reason is hot glue is going to make that moss stand up, and the more things, you know, stand up, the less you're going to be able to fold this up tight. So I took and let me reach. I took and got the moss. I ran glue. After I had all my stuff on here, I ran glue in behind and in the blank spaces, and then I just took my tweezers and put it in there, started putting it in and mashing it down, and you know, and then you get rid of the excess once it's dry, if it's blocking anything. For this piece right here, can you see that, where this little piece of moss is just sort of curling out over this? Well, that was accidental. I had a little piece of moss laying there. It looked curly, and I thought, how cool would that look? And so I just glued it as a separate little piece onto this. So yeah, you just take and you just pull apart your foliage, pull apart your little flowers, and I like to use the tweezers. I'll show you. Let me get one torn off of here. When I'm hot gluing these on, and I do use hot glue for these, the flowers, I like to get the tweezers and hold them as far down on the petal as I can, and then just go to, you know, applying them wherever I want them. So that's the gist of it, and I hope that this has been enough information. As I said, I was trying to make it a really concise tutorial and just give you guys, you know, quick and easy what you need to do for the process, and then just let you go and create, because there's a lot you can do with that. You don't have to use the foliage. You can keep it with flat pictures and pieces so that the tag lays completely flat if you want to. The sky's the limit. Your imagination is, you know, is your only limit. So, you know, yeah, get to craft, and happy crafting, everybody. Oh, I hope this video is going to help you guys. And we're still very new at making videos, but yeah. Anyway, thank y'all so much. Have an awesome day. And those of you that are tuning in from my group, I would love to see the things that you create out of this. So if you'd be so kind as to post pictures in our group and tag me, I would really appreciate that. I love looking at other people's art and work. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much, and have an awesome day.